Why is everyone downsizing in Q4 2023? Today, I'm joined by Jonathan Morgan, who is an estate agent from South Wales. And before we switch the cameras on, he was telling me that the market has really shifted in South Wales. And I've been hearing from different parts of the country, it's very similar, that everyone's downsizing, but no one's going up. It's never happened like this before. Tell me a bit more about it. Talk to me.
So the market with us is being incredibly squeezed. We've got buy-to-let landlords from all over the country who still are buying with us. The yields are still very strong. So the bottom end of the market hasn't shown any sign of coming down in price.
But that's not releasing first-time buyers because you're probably buying off of the landlords because of the Section 24.
Yeah, exactly. So what we've seen is that the bottom end has remained resolute and strong, but the top end, for the first time ever, is going against the grain. We've got more people with us who are inquiring about downsizing, looking to buy in the middle market, which has traditionally been second movers.
Yes.
But they're forcing it coming down.
So you've got everyone coming down, but you've got no one coming out from the bottom up to buy those.
That's correct. So we've seen a very interesting shift in the market that is a very competitive place, lower end, obviously, with buy-to-let, but also that middle of the road property has become incredibly sought after from people moving down and people looking to come up. It's going to become a very interesting point, and the top end is going to continue to, certainly in South Wales, to slip to make that more affordable every time. But fact of the matter is we've got so many people coming to us that did 2-year fixed rates or even 3-year fixed rates that are going to have a huge increase in their mortgage payments. They've probably bought a car as well, because that's usually the first purchase after getting your house is a new car, and it's just not affordable. Cost of living, cost of interest. So we're in a very, very difficult market now, and stock has exploded.
So listings is not a problem.
This is not a problem.
Fees gone up? Well, I know you said in the previously their fees have gone up.
Yeah.
So what exactly are you doing to ensure that the limited number of sales in that tricky market are your sales and not someone else's?
So it's going back to the old school, which is what we touched on earlier. So it's helping.
Building chains.
Building chains.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hot boxes.
Hot boxes, yeah.
Oh, dear, it sounds like good old-fashioned estate agency.
It is. I can't wait. Yeah. So, it is though, we're sitting in living rooms with people and they're looking to downsize. People aren't really minding where they're going. South Wales has become incredibly populated with people moving from all over the country to it. It's got, lovely green areas, great beaches, lower property prices, good rail links. So it's become very popular. And we've had a lot of people who've bought off us during COVID and, moving for green space, don't want those properties anymore, but want to stay in the area. So we've actually got an increase in buyers that we've never had. So we've now got more buyers than property stock. So it's a case of going back to old school, which is pairing people and properties. I guarantee by the end of the year, I'm going to have brochures that are going to say part exchange wanted for this and that. We're going to be trying to connect people again. I can't wait.
What advice would you give to estate agents who haven't experienced this? Learn.
The best advice I can do is find someone who's been through something similar, get a notebook, write all their notes down, take everything that you can from it, and don't be afraid to pick up the phone and speak to your clients, because you're going to have a lot of disgruntled clients who are looking to shift agents because they've been promised a price they're not going to get. People still expect viewings in 3 days. They expect offers in 7. You've got to manage your clients.
And again, that can be down to the fact is you've still got a valuer who's probably on a valuer bonus that gets paid on listings, not sales. And again, my biggest beef is the valuer should be doing the vendor contact, not the neg.
Yeah, 100%. So that's something that we're trying to bring back into my office. And, my girls watching this will laugh in the office now because I'm the world's worst at it, because they schedule me to make calls like, John, you've got to ring this person. But, I'm out bringing new properties on. So it's crept back in all of a sudden to me saying, right, what's going on? We've got a slow movers board again. That's been a blank board for the last 3 years. If we're not getting a viewing in 14 days, we're on the phone. But I've got staff that have never had to make that call to say, sorry, Mrs. Smith, we haven't had a viewing and you need to reduce. They don't even know how to do it. But that's what's going to happen, because you bring in properties on, it's still at COVID prices, and the market's 10, 15% off that now for an achievable price. But people are being told by 3, 4, 5 agents, yeah, you'll still get that price. Yeah, we'll have viewing straight away. So there's a lot of opportunity for good agents.
What systems have you put in place if another agent overcooks the valuation? Do you have a robust system to get them the second time?
We've had a big culture shift in Peter Morgan, and we're now having staff dedicated. That's their only thing, is to contact clients that I haven't won or that the other valuers haven't won. Everything is fees.
That's interesting.
Yeah, everything's fees and price. Jonathan didn't value her enough and his fees were too much. And now I've signed a 20-week contract with the corporate. You know, it's mad. But that's, you know, that's what it is. So we've just got to
But
build
that's
that relationship.
price reductions anyway. So
Yeah. You just got to build a relationship.
yes, you have. Because I think where I think a lot of people go wrong is they don't make it easy for people to come back to you.
You've got to leave the door open. Always leave the door open.
You know, because no one's going to ring you up saying, yeah, Jonathan, you were right. It should have been 50 grand less.
Yeah. And that you can't do that. And this is the problem with having low fees. If you charge low fees, you can't afford the extra member of staff that's going to make you the more money. You've got to charge more fees so that you can take on the staff member, because people will not come back to you and say, you were right, like you said.
No, because
the guy in the office or the girl in the office that's making those calls, that's rung them and asked the cat's name and the dog's name and how's Jimmy gone to school.
And do you think it's important the person making that call is not the valuer?
Yes.
Because, again, they're blaming the valuer, not the firm.
Yes, correct.
And does it take a particular type of skill for that person to have, you know, a particular skill set to almost tickle them for 20 weeks?
Yeah, so we've actually got an advert out at the minute for somebody with call centre experience. We're looking only to hire somebody who can make 200 calls a day. I don't want any estate agent experience, none at all, because I want to teach them exactly what I want to say with my script that I want them to say. And it's purely
Yes, because I don't know if you're into profiling people, disc profiling. Are you into that?
No.
No. You can put people into 4 different categories. The only person who isn't attracted to a estate agency is what we call the S type. I won't bore people to death on it, but basically they're the best people to build relationships without going for the kill. And during those, if you send a valuer to chase them, they'll just want listing. If you build the relationships up with them.
Yeah. There's no patience in property.
No.
You know, you want to list it now. I want to sell it now. But clients still expect to sell it now. And that's the problem. So agents are going to have that. And it's going to come back with a vengeance and really bite them if in the, I won't swear, but
On the backside.
Yeah.
Well, only time will tell. But thank you for your insight today.
No problem.